Hello and welcome back to High Ridge Farm with me, the Walrus. As we now enter into the second weekend of the autumn or fall season, we now have a few things to get done. Aha, we have a surprise visit from Marnie. What would you like me to do? Something to do with goats. Okay. Oh, she wants me to get her a cave carrot. That shouldn't be too difficult. I'm sure I can wander into the mines and find a carrot. Maybe. Well, that's nice. So she's given me pale broth, which is a good start, and spaghetti. Wonderful. Although thinking about that, I haven't actually eaten dinner this evening, and I'm kind of debating actually doing some spaghetti myself. I've got a few that I've cooked up previously and frozen in the freezer, which I know is not the greatest, but when you live alone, it's almost impossible to not cook up more than you're going to eat. Anyway, before we start rambling too far into the weird and wonderful lifestyle habits of the walrus, I've got a little bit more watering to do, as you can see, and I'm just going to refertilise this land here with some quality fertiliser. Now, I've managed to get 2 apples. Now, I'm quite pleased with this, because that's the first 2 of any of my fruiting trees. And I feel really pleased with that, because it's not a super major accomplishment, but it's just because I'm a lazy git and forgot to buy trees and plant them to get them ready. Now, I'm going to quickly pop on into the community centre to see if I can deposit those. And why on earth do you want a pumpkin if you're bored? I guess maybe for carving? But all the same, I'm going to buy some more miscellanea. And I think I might end up buying another couple of trees as well at some point. As I can't the trouble is I can't remember what trees I've bought. I do really need to write a list of what I've actually purchased. Mostly because I can't be bothered to rewatch all of my old videos just to try and figure out when and what trees I bought. But I'm going to buy a bunch of pumpkins because it's the value. And currently, obviously, I'm having the house upgraded. So buying 50 pumpkin seeds isn't a terrible idea. I've got the money to do it, and as you can see, I've just quickly zipped back to the farm, planted a bunch of them. So I planted 19 pumpkins, which will give me a bit of extra cash coming in soon enough, which is great. Now, next on my list of things to do is to double check exactly where I need to go. Now, of course, things like the community centre, I need to remember which fruiting crops that I need the most, because I do really want to complete the artisan bundle and the quality. No, I've done the quality crops. Yeah, it's the artisan bundle is I think the next one, because I think that includes fruit. I'm not entirely sure why it's artisanal to grow fruit, but hey ho. Well, whilst I'm around in town, I'm going to quickly go and get myself an upgrade on my pickaxe so I can get a much faster, more effective swinging. Because that will just be helpful more than anything, as I'd like to be able to have better quality tools. I think that'll just be helpful more than anything. Now, it's unfortunately a force of habit thing. I walk across this bridge almost every time I go, well, you know what? I could see what I could catch. I think I relied quite heavily on fish for early income, which isn't a terrible idea, to be perfectly honest. It's just a thing. Now, other things that I do need to make sure I do as well. I mean, that's quite a nice little iridium quality smallmouth bass. I can live with the quality goodness that I have there. One of the things that I do want to do, of course, is look into getting a barn, because that's something that I need to do once I've had the house upgrade completed. I think that's going to be something that's going to happen possibly Monday, as I can't remember how long left there is for the house upgrade to be completed. Now, I do want to just double check my coop. So I've got 5 eggs to do today. I definitely need more mayonnaise machines because I've only got the capacity to do 2 at a time, and I'm generating more than that now that I've got 3 chickens, because that's going to be 3 eggs minimum a day. Not too difficult to deal with, but you know, helpful stuff. Aha! Oak resin. Fantastic. So it looks like that's the first of the oak resins that I can actually use. And I'm really pleased with that, because that means I should be able to make a keg. And with the keg, I can start brewing alcohol. Hurrah! Or juices, which is a weird one, because you can make potato juice, which is exactly what I've been requested to make. It seems like a strange thing to do, like a vegetable juice. Especially considering you could get, like, you know, orange juice. No, we're going to make orange wine. Then again, you don't make orange juice out by putting an orange in a keg. So I need wood, copper, iron, and the resin. So I've got wood, I've got copper. What I'm going to do is just going to transmute a bar of iron, because that's easy. And then I'm going to get some wood, and then I'm going to make myself a keg. Now, what do I want to do first? That's going to be the first question, isn't it? I am going to obviously want to get more of them. Now, should I put it here? I'm going to put it here. No. Here? No. There. There we go. That'll do. Next to the box of gubbins. So I'll do the potato juice first, because then I can actually just give that to Pam and get that quest done. And that'll give me some money and I think some friendship points with her, blah, 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 blah. Nothing super exciting on that one, but at least it'll be done, and that's the important thing. Now, what next? It's getting quite late in the day, actually, so I can't mine those because I'm an idiot and I've already put the pickaxe in for upgrade. The rusty spur is one I think I've already put in the museum, so that's kind of a, not really worthless, but not much point in it. Now I'm just going to quickly fill up the watering can there, because better to have it full whilst I've got energy to do it, especially for the morning. I don't think it's going to rain overnight, which is a shame. I might need to start making some rain totems, because I'm feeling lazy and might be helpful. Oh, hello. Dark feathers, pomegranates, and cave carrots. My goodness. That's just convenience all over. Because I need pomegranates, because that's one of the many fruits. Fantastic. That makes life super easy. So I'll just quickly chop down this tree. Well, I think the visit to the community centre is going to be an easy one, isn't it? Now, I am going to just do a little bit of fishing before the end of the day. I think just to get a little bit of extra cash, a little bit of extra money, more than anything. I do kind of want to just, now that I've got the fishing up to that sort of level, I could start looking to try and catch the legendary fish, which isn't exactly a terrible thing to do, I guess. I just can't remember if there's, not that if there's much point in it, because of course there is, but what sort of fish would be, I mean, what are the legendary fish? I'm just trying to remember when they can be caught. And I think the special one for the fall season is the anglerfish, I think. So I might have to give that a go. I'm going to give that a try, I think. That shouldn't be too difficult to get, but we'll see. And it's one of those interesting ones that I've never actually done the legendary fish 2 bit, which are the Mr. Key's extended family quest. I've never actually yet done that. I know I've got it active on one of my other farm playthroughs. I think I've got that on my beach one, just because I like having multiple farms, because I wanted to see what different farms look like, and you know, that sort of interesting thing. But I am going to give that a go. I think I'm going to try and see if I can catch myself the angler, and see what quality I can get from it, really. But I'm not entirely sure whether there's much point in me holding on to them. I mean, I know they're valuable, I can't remember whether they're particularly useful for display. But at the same time, I think you can only catch them once, so I might as well keep them. It'll be nice, I guess. Ah, well. But anyway, I'm really pleased that the caravan turned up and has the duck feather and the pomegranate and the cave carrot. It means I don't even have to go into the mines. I can just literally go down and be like, carrot. Super, super easy. Because, yeah. That just makes me happy. Anyway, and let's have a quick look. So we made quite a lot of money as well today from the farming. Like a good 5,000, so nearly 8,000 altogether today, which is great because it keeps up with the amount of money that I spent on seeds. Obviously not with the upgrade. Aha, my house is upgraded, so I now have a proper bedroom and I have a kitchen, which is lovely. Now it's going to be cloudy with gusts of wind. I don't think that actually does anything. But I've got some more mayonnaise, so I'm just going to start that going again, and there's some more apples, because I didn't realise I actually needed 3 of them for the fodder bundle, which is a bit silly of me. But then again, it's because I didn't pay attention and double check. But I only need the 1 pomegranate for that bundle, so that's good. Now I'm just going to go quickly plant a few more pumpkins, because I've got the seeds and I've got a few spaces. And hopefully the bees will start giving me some honey as well, because that's another thing for the artisan bundle. Because bees. And I know I rant about bees quite often. It's because I like them. What can I say? Anyway, so let's deposit these seeds back in the box. Nice and easy stuff. Okay, so we'll put the stone away as well. And I don't need the quartz. I don't need that. I've got some cranberries. What am I going to do with those? Probably just fling them in the chest here. That'd be easier. Okay, so I've got some apples. Lovely stuff. Now, I wonder how that's going to interact with my spouse, because that area turns into the spousal interesting miscellaneous section. Hopefully it doesn't stop them from going there, or hopefully they also don't destroy them as they walk through them. That would be a pain. Oh, I would actually cry. Because it's like, no, I spent an entire month growing that, you swine. Oh, the duckling is hatched. Wonderful. There we go. So I've now got 3 of each. Lovely. So I'll pop the large eggs, grab those. It's so tiny. Oh, ducks are quite adorable. A friend of mine actually keeps ducks. Although I know that they do eat the eggs, but I've never actually eaten a duck egg. Not to my knowledge, at least. I've had other eggs, like quail, and shocking enough chicken, but never a duck egg. I need to actually try that at some point. Okay, here you go. Here's a cave carrot for you, you strange lady. I mean, you say almost good enough to eat. I eat them because they're there. And energy. Yeah. Let's have a look. I don't need any of the tools because I think I've got them all already. Anyway, what do I need to do? I need to get myself ready and get myself into the mines, I think. No, I don't need to go to the mines because I've got no pickaxe. I need to go to the community centre. Of course, I'm just sort of umming and ahhing at the moment, trying to figure out what I need to do at the moment. Oh well. Right, off we trot. Now, as much as I like having the farm animal, because you've got the dog or the cat, I can't remember if they actually have a purpose other than being there, which does sound really strange as a thing. Like, did they have a thing? Did they do anything? I don't know. I kind of hope they do, but yeah, well. Righty, so we've got to go and stab a ghost, which is not the end of the world. Also, not impossible to do, so we'll see what we can do there. Let's have a quick squiz. So we're going to go into the community centre now and deposit those 3 apples into the fodder bundle. I knew it began with an F. Animal stuff. I still need to get a brown chicken. That's what I should have done. There we go. Artisan bundle. So there we're going to deposit a pomegranate. So I still need... So the honey won't be too far off. So there's only 2 more to do on that one, which is good. There's still 2 things to the winter forage, which will be later, because I don't think I can even access those 2 for now. I don't even think I can dig them up in the frozen bits. There we go. So let's see. What's the fodder bundle going to give me? I kind of forget. Let's see. Oh, a heater. I already bought one of those, so... And then we're going to put that in there. So I need a red cabbage. I think that's a year 2 thing in the spring. Oh, drat. I needed another blasted pomegranate. Oh, bottoms. Oh, well, that's a thing. I'm sure it's not going to be too difficult to do. You never know. The trading cart might turn up again with more pomegranates. Or stuff. Oh well, I'll live. But for the time being, though, I'm going to buy a pomegranate tree, I think. That would be a sensible thing to do. Although, it's not going to be ready at all for this time of year. Oh, blast. I mean, unless I can get the greenhouse, but even then, that's not going to happen anytime soon. Because I still need to get the other bits. Which is the animal guff and... yeah, of course I've got scarecrows on my farm, Abigail. They're there for scaring crows from eating my food that I'm trying to sell to the rest of the world. I do still find it strange that you can't grow cotton. And I know that's a silly little thing, but it'd be nice. Maybe it's because it assumes that cloth is going to be quite a difficult one to get. That's why you can't grow it. But all the same, it's annoying. I think it's because I played lots of RimWorld. And my brain just goes, yeah, I'll make clothing. I can't grow it. Drat! C'est la vie. Right. So let's see. There's nothing I can scythe up there because I've got all that wheat. The other reason is I'm complaining about the cloth is because it's hard to get without animals. Because you just need to rely on your recycling, and that ain't happening pretty much. Oh well. Anyway. Now let's see. I need... let's quickly grab this. And goody, a broken CD. So that's going to be some quartz. Whoop-de-doo. Again, not the end of the world. But, meh. I'll live. Now let's see. What other things do I need to do? Let's see. I mean, that's quite a long attempt on a caster. Oh, seaweed. I actually need that because I want to make a fish pond. But the question is, what fish do I put in it? Something that will give me roe is kind of a hadoy. But what? What and how and when, I think, is the sort of the question. What do I put in it? No, careful. Didn't want to chop that tree down too quickly there. That would have been catastrophically stupid, and also something that I would be very much likely to do, because, well, I am a moron. Oh well. Anyway, let's just quickly get this done. So, grabbed some miscellanea. I've caught some other miscellanea. Nothing super exciting, unfortunately. I still haven't really interacted with our erstwhile poet. Kind of need to a little bit more, because that would be sensible. Oh well. What other things do I need to do? Let's just quickly get this done. Now. Nope. That's easy enough. There we go. Plod on over this way. And grab the mayonnaise. Throw that in there. What other stuff do I need to... why am I putting the mayonnaise in here? Well, actually, it might be useful. Maybe as one of the things that I can use in the Grange display. I know that's coming up soon, and I need to worry about that. I say worry, but it's something I need to do. I guess the other thing I need to do is actually start getting more money, because I need to fill up the vault. Because the vault is what gives you access to the Calico Desert. And the desert is somewhere I need to go. Oh, that's going to cost me a lot of money. I think I've purchased one of the bundles. I don't think I've purchased many, but... oh, that's going to be a pain. Ugh. Oh well. Once I get that done, that'll be sorted. And that's kind of important. Because, yeah, once that's done, that'll be sorted and stuff and things. Yeah, woo. Not the end of the world. Now, let's see. Put the other things away in there. Well, I've caught another weird, strange doll, which I'm going to put into the museum. Not too difficult, really, on that one. And there we go, I guess. Not a huge amount I can do on this one. Ah, well. I can certainly live. A little bit of copper that I can get there, which is nice. I'm going to have to hit up the mines again at some point. Well, my energy's pretty much depleted. Oh, we've got some pickles and some jelly, which is great. It's one of those things, though. Like, my parents grew plums in their garden. But I don't think I've ever eaten a plum jam. I've, shocking enough, eaten plums before, but never a jam. Huh. I kind of wonder what that's like. Well, let's make some pickled yams. Again, pickled food is my guilty pleasure. I absolutely adore pickled food. Like, give me a big old jar of kimchi and I'll be a very, very happy man. I love the stuff. I just feel bad for one of my friends who's actually allergic to fish in all its, like, kinds. And so she can't eat it. Because a lot of the time it's traditional recipes use a fish oil. So I feel real bad for her, because that stuff is delicious. Now, let's quickly get what we need to for today's harvest of goodies. So we've got some nice apples. Just fling them in there, because I do need to sell some of them at some point. That's kind of an important little thing on that one. Now, so I've got some more oak resin, which is fantastic news, because that means more kegs can be manufactured. Also, that is part of the enchanting bundle, as of course I saw earlier, which is an annoyance. But it's something that can be done, and that's the important thing. Okay, so I've got some more plots of land that I can grow stuff in, which isn't too difficult. It's surprising how much, like, sunflowers just act as a recyclable, like a constant thing that you can grow and make, which is quite nice. So I can make one more keg, I think, if I transmute one last bit of... there we go. So I've got 3 kegs now, and I've got my first honey, which is great. I feel pleased with that. So I'm going to put a keg there, and I'll put a keg here. What shall we put in there? I mean, honestly, I'm kind of thinking a grape wine, because that makes sense. Aha. It makes sense to my brain, but very little else does most of the time, so understandable. Okay, so we've got some more maple syrup, which is great. I would really like it if I could get all of these timed so they actually are harvested at the same time, just by leaving them for a bit. Because I'm anally retentive, and it means that I can get them all in one go. And that would be easier. But then again, I'm not really saying I'm anally retentive, I'm just scatterbrained, which is my biggest problem, because being so scatterbrained, I can never remember when stuff is ready or stuff is available and blah blah blah. Okay, so I need earth crystals and copper. Ugh. Well, I need to go pick up my gold pickaxe. That's going to be the big thing, isn't it? So I can actually get other stuff going. I also need to get some more tree fertilizer, because then I can re-fertilize all those trees there, and that will be helpful. Okay, well, let's stick some eggs in here. Get some good old mayonnaise on the go. And where should I put this? I think the maple syrup can live in here for now, because it's an organic product, so it makes sense, I think. I think the oak resin and the pine tar are a bit more of a construction material, methinks. Anyway, so we're going to head on over to the blacksmith. We're going to get Clint to give us our golden pickaxe, so we can actually go and smash up some rocks real good. Yeah! Golden pickaxe, that's wonderful stuff. So I think that at the end of the day, words good, yes, I'm going to upgrade the hoe and the watering can during the winter, because they're going to be least useful during that time, whereas the other equipment, which I've already upgraded, will be more useful during that time of the year. I mean, of course, there is still stuff that can be done during the winter. Not a problem. But I need to get the other bits done. Okay, so let's have a quick look here. What do I want to purchase? Some more yams, because, again, that's something I've never actually eaten. I think some of the things that I need to do is actually eat and maybe not grow, because the only thing I've currently got growing are tomatoes. But I think I should eat the crops that I've got in Stardew at some point. Maybe not quite a live stream thing, but maybe the walrus real life. Here we go. He's made some of this nonsense. Listen, see how bad he is at cooking. Goodness. I'm turning into the former Prime Minister now. I'm just going, for those who don't really know, Boris Johnson, our erstwhile former Prime Minister, was particularly infamous for flapping a lot. So a lot of the time he'd talk, there would be a lot of yes, and I don't really want to turn into Boris, because he's ridiculous. But then again, that's kind of the same with most politicians. They are generally ridiculous. So, less about politics, because I don't want to turn this channel into one of those. Thank you very much. Anyway, so I'm going to go and slap that guy in the face with a sword and get a bit of void essence. Oh, Squid Kid, go away. And what other go away bats? I do need to kill quite a few more bats, because I think they're one of the many creatures that you need to kill in the mines for. Is it Gil? Has asked you to? Well, I got some fire quartz and some normal quartz up there. That'll be useful, I guess. Can't remember what fire quartz is used in, but it's there. I know it's used in one of the bundles, which I've already completed, or I've done the fire quartz part. I'm just trying to press myself further down, because if I can get to floor 120, that will be all the way to the bottom, which will make me pleased, as that'll be great. That's kind of an achievement in of itself. I will have got to the bottom of the mines, which is nice. Whether that's going to come into use, very different question. But it is nice to see how much quicker the golden pickaxe is slashing through these rocks. It's just devastating them. Well, one hit as opposed to two, which is nice. And let's grab that little quartz over there as well, because refined quartz is nice, and it will be helpful to turn that into walkways when I remember where one gets the recipe for it. Because the stone pathway is nice, but the one that you can make out of refined quartz is just a lot prettier. Oh well. Well, I do need some more coal, so that'll be helpful. I can just go and grab that. I think I'm going to have to eat some of the ill-gotten goodies that I've got here. So I've got some white algae, which I think I got out of a crate or a barrel. So that's some positively great cuisine right there. Let's... Oh, go away, crab. Well, you're dead now. Ooh, a bomb. That'll make life a lot easier. Maybe I should go and bomb this corner. Because if I bomb that... Oh, goodness, I'm getting surrounded. Go away. Be gone with you, you horrible creature. Okay, solar essence. Lovely. No. There we go. So I've already had a way down. If I hadn't found the way down, I think I would have just put a bomb down in that corner. That would have made life a lot easier, wouldn't it? Because then I wouldn't have to worry so much. So I'm going to slice up this. I'm going to stab a slime in the eye. You can be as cute as you like, horrible slime. I'm going to stab you. Run away! Because I have actually knocked myself out with bombs before. Obviously not on this particular run through, but I was doing a how fast can I get to as far as I can get into Skull Cavern, and I managed to blow myself up because I'm an idiot. In the same way I've said it before, I've never claimed to be a particularly clever individual, and I do a lot of dumb stuff. I just happen to have a voice that makes it sound like I know what I'm doing, which is not the case. I'm an idiot. Aha! So we've got to the bottom, and we've got the skull key, which allows us to actually get into the skull caverns, and I think this... Does it open up the Junimo cart? I think it does. Or there's something to do with something in the saloon. I can't remember exactly what, but there is something. Ah, well, I'm just going to cut down this tree because it exists, and its presence offends my sensibilities. How dare you be there, you horrible tree. I need to remove you from existence. Okay, so it looks like the blackberry mini season is pretty much over, so not the end of the world. I did manage to gather quite a few of them, which will give me enough to make preserves and jellies out of them all for the next while, which would be good, as being able to turn them into jelly is going to make me extra cash money, because individually they aren't that valuable. Well, not at the moment, at least. Oh, goodness. Well, let's just cast out the rod here, see what we can find. What do the gods of luck provide us right now? Let's see. Oh, it's a hit. It is a fish. Shock and horror. Who would have ever have guessed that one? Okay, so let's see what we get. And it's a bullhead. Lovely. Okay, so I do need to discover the purpose of the skull key. Well, I'm sure I can do that. That shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, so I'm getting a bit exhausted now, so I think this fish will be the last... or maybe the penultimate fish I attempt to catch from the pond up here for the time being. And then we're going to head back to the farm, because depositing all of my ill-gotten gains and sorting out my gubbins is probably a good idea. So let's head on back. We've got a carp and a bullhead to throw in the vending box. Probably not going to make a silly amount of money today, but I do need to start accumulating at least 25,000 G for the most expensive of the bundles in the vault, because I really need to be able to access the desert, especially considering that during the winter, accessing the desert's real helpful, I think. Well, I would consider that's a very good time to access the desert, because there's not really much else you can do. But let's just quickly deposit all of these goodies that we've got here. So we've got some wood, we've got some things there. Oh, actually, it's iridium quality of those fish. I hadn't actually paid much attention. I caught them, didn't pay any attention to what they were or their quality, but I've done it. Right, so let's throw into my monster loot chest the solar essences, all of that as well. I know sap isn't technically a monster loot. Well, it is in some regards, because it is a monster loot from slimes, but I guess I could put it in the organics. But it's extra space saving. Right. So I think that's going to wrap everything up for tonight. So I get to go to sleep in my new bed. And there we go. So I think that's... level 10 farming. So I think I want faster crop growth. That would be good. I mean, I can respec that later if I really feel like it. Anyway, so thank you once again for tuning in, and hopefully we'll catch you again as we explore further into fall and my attempts to catch all the shiny legendary fish. Goodbye for now.